Let's embrace the awareness of how the yin and yang within your energetic code can show up. I believe all of us are on a life path, our own life quest, which includes finding our empowering balance. For most of us, unearthing that exquisite balance that keeps us calm and simultaneously inspired can seem so volatile and out of balance. In this time together, in this video, we will learn how inherited patterns are part of the Ying and the blessing of the Yang. Francis Braceland said, "We can be sure that the greatest hope for maintaining equilibrium in the face of all situation rests within ourselves." I believe all of us are on a life path, and we have our own life quest of finding our empowering balance. But for most of us, unearthing that exquisite balance that keeps us calm and simultaneously inspired can seem so volatile and out of balance. Highs and lows, so much so that when we are in flow, it might seem boring. Over my many years of energetic healing with my clients, I consistently have noticed a common imbalance inside of their energetic code. And it is this imbalance that can prevent them from truly embracing the wonder that is part of a harmonious life. Do you ever feel imbalanced in your day-to-day life? Let me know. Say, I feel imbalanced when. Common imbalances for me occur when. Let me help you. Frustration with constant negative patterns repeating. You're right? These constant repeating patterns are frustrating. We begin to struggle and wonder why they keep happening. Part of it is due to each of our own individual power of yin and yang, and how we leverage this within our own energetic imprints. What is yin and yang? I'm going to talk about it as an energetic frequency. First, let me quickly define that part of the ancient Chinese concept is yin and yang, or the yin yang, is a complex relational concept in Chinese culture that has been developed over thousands of years, meaning the yin and yang is that the universe is governed by a cosmic duality set of two opposing and complementing principles or cosmic energies that can be observed in nature, right? Earth, heaven, okay? Simply said, Ying is the dark half, which represents the shadow side, while Yang is the bright side that reveals the light side of life. Yin and Yang elements come in pairs, such as the moon and sun, female and male, dark and bright, cold and hot, passive and active. But note that Yin and Yang are not static or mutually exclusive terms. While the world is composed of many different, sometimes opposing forces, these can coexist and even complement each other. Sometimes forces opposite in nature even rely on one another to exist. For example, we might think of fire as the dark, the yin side, when in fact, nature needs this for new growth. Think of fire within yourself. Yang lies in the interchange and the interplay of the two components. The alteration of day and night is just another example. There cannot be a shadow without a light. For harmony to occur, there must be the existence of both at the same time. There is no other way to achieve perfect balance within yourself or within the universe. Now, let me share how this impacts your epigenetic code. Ying is your shadow belief, negative. You've heard me share many times that we all have inherited beliefs and patterns that have been passed down through our lineage. You are not truly consciously aware of them. What might surprise you is that you may even have signed up for these before arriving to Earth because we needed them for our growth. Please know that they did not become part of you because you did anything wrong. This is not bad karma. This is science, and it just is, okay? That they are part of you. It is how we are made up. And each of us is different, but each of us exists within this structure. Let me ask you, what normally comes to mind when you imagine shadows? Okay, maybe things that haunt us could, fears we cannot escape from, or shadows we try to avoid on even a daily basis. Clients often ask for my assistance to release those energy blocks representing negative limiting beliefs, negative patterns, negative actions. So we could say that these types of self-beliefs and actions, inherited patterns, are the Ying, the shadows. For example, you could have an inherited trait from your great-grandmother that causes you to be quite stubborn, to the point that you feel strongly about everything. You will not budge from your spot, your opinion. There is no way. Many people in this situation will only focus on the negative aspects of this inherited trait, how it leads them to losing friendships, damaging relationships at work, and even causing family complication. It can even cause one to not take action in their life. So they all they want to do is release it and remove this supposed shadow energy because they believe it is blocking their expansion in life. Well, yes and no. While this can most certainly be true, I can release inherited vibrational energy in this that stops you from taking action or allowing awareness of a bigger picture. Absolutely. These same people, many times though, are blind to the light side, right next to this shadow. They ignore the blessing of the Yang. The Yang is your inspired light. Now you might be wondering, how can there be a blessing right next to a shadow energy that seems to be blocking your purpose? It's simply a matter of perspective. This inherited trait of being stubborn, like your great-grandmother, might find it relatively easy to focus all your attention on the negative and limiting aspects of this quality. There is a bright light of abundance here because that inherited quality of being stubborn can also serve your highest good. Maybe it's your stubbornness that keeps you pushing hard in your fitness to complete your first marathon. It's quite possible that your inherited stubbornness is your superpower. It allowed you to stand tall in situations at work that ended up moving you forward, maybe getting you a raise. Long overdue, right? Maybe your stubbornness stopped you from giving into peer pressure as a teenager, or kept you safe from others' bullying actions. Being stubborn could be the necessary quality that gave you the courage to not give up on your long-term partnership, which now allows your relationship to thrive like never before. Do you see it now? The so-called negative shadow of Ying is balanced by the light within the Yang. For if you can learn how to embrace the shadow while celebrating the light of your inherited beliefs, your inherited patterns, you are free to embrace the blissful harmony. Louise Hayes says, no person, no place, and no thing has power over us. For we are the only thinkers in our mind. When we create balance, harmony, and peace within our minds, we will find our lives. I believe your life has a purpose. I believe the negative that you struggle with is also the positive. And it is what your perspective is and how you embrace it.